I'd like to call to order the Townsend Conservation Commission meeting for Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023 at 7:11 p.m. May I have a roll call, please?
Pat Gemolo here.
Linda Mack here.
James Skate.
Anna Claire here.
This meeting is being recorded. Is anyone else recording it? Chairman's additions and or deletions. So we're going to take 1.4, 1.5, 1.6. So chair report, review, approve meeting minutes, and agents report. We're going to move it to after our appointments and hearings to just before 3.0. So 2.1 enforcement order, 158 Main Street updates. Hi Terry. Recording.
The pictures to Matt, but I have no way.
Carly, can Matt have screen sharing, please?
They just did,
You did all that work yesterday,
today, so.
and I shoveled the thing out yesterday. I'll look at that. You could have pictures.
Okay, Matt, you're all set to go.
Thank you, Harley.
Hi Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, guys. Let me just pull this up here. Okay.
So there's two that, like, that was on the mitigation plan. I try to go from like this angle so you can see both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, some of the other pictures, like, you can see the black, yeah, they put that black stuff there, so it's collecting the water and sediment, and so when the water goes through, it's clear.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two of those. It didn't slow down the flow at all, but the sediment definitely is not passing through, so hoping that, since,
Yeah, that's nice.
well, hoping since this was done today, that we should be able to get in and,
What do we do about that?
It will be part of the mitigation plan. Right now the stone's slowing it down.
right, so.
So there was some washout that was happening.
Well, yeah, we knew that.
That's
I mean,
been there, it's like, there's like a 4-foot drop on the other side of it.
Okay.
Matt, did you get a chance to visit the
I
site?
did, yeah. I took some pictures of my own, too, if you want to look at those as well.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Let's get to the point. Your contractor has started work.
Right,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping since that is slowing down sediment, sand moving, we can get
The
work
tunnel.
done.
Kind of water went
We could
there
get-
with all the snow melt.
We can get some of the work, we can get this work done. Now that the silt won't be traveling down there.
So these are your photos, Matt?
From the rail trail.
Right.
And I think the measuring sticks were a good idea because they do a good job of showing that the silt hasn't really built up
Okay.
anywhere since they were put in.
It's definitely clear water by the time it gets through the two, but like I said, it's got done today at like 2, so I can't,
Oh, this was done today?
yeah.
Well, the
Okay.
riprap was, because we
Right.
couldn't get in there before.
Okay.
I mean, after that, did you guys lose power after that?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
God, yeah. It's awful.
I could never have lived in a period where I couldn't. But anyway, and then I mean, the smell went by, went away really fast, like in
Yeah.
2 days it was gone, so I'm glad we could get out there.
Yeah. It's great you got it up so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
So it's a work in progress.
right.
Does Stan have any updates on the mitigation plan? Has he?
Start signing some forms that, like, had us sign a form and the dentist to give him like the right to represent us with stuff and got an okay from her to access the property when they do the final project.
Okay.
So,
So does,
I mean, that's been, we've signed the form and given it back to him, so, I mean, he's doing something. Good job.
does anyone have anything they want to add? Have a question?
No, I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's doing what it's supposed to do.
The weather.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea as to when the pumping station and the sediment trap are going to be installed? Or
I'm not sure.
okay,
It's really wet in there.
Right, it was.
It is really wet right now with the snow melt.
I mean, with the snow melted, the field has dried out a lot. I'm hoping they're gonna be able to go and do the whole business before,
Like sooner than later.
We got
Right,
rain
they should
coming
be-
though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Getting
they
a lot of
frost
rain.
it out of the ground, so the rain should go,
Oh my God.
down through.
right.
Okay.
I know he and Jim have been talking about what they want to do for permanent. I try to stay out of that because I don't understand it.
Okay.
Are good?
Okay.
Is everyone good?
Yeah.
Thank you for the update.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Was that you and the payloader the other day, driving down the road? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought-
Probably. All over the place. You too. I don't know how much, if progress is being made, I don't know if we need them to come in every single time, or if we can do it via email.
I don't know. Up to
I know
you
you're,
guys.
I know you're leaving after.
No, no, I would, recommend that they still do
No,
it.
yeah.
The reason I would say yes is because the weather is changing so much, right? So this was good to see with the snow melt and everything, and now there's gonna be a ton of rain. And who knows what we're gonna get in the next 2 weeks. So it might be good for them to come in and check in, but
Matt,
Yeah.
Matt get
Well,
pictures.
I don't mean not check in on the project,
No.
us check in, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, maybe Stan needs to come in, because it looks like they're getting close to
I don't know how close.
being in. Okay.
No, I don't. They just signed forms. He's probably gonna have to go on
Mhm.
and do the survey, but I don't know.
Okay,
I guess we play it by ear.
yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Yes,
2.2 appointment for 75 Pierce Road, I assume.
That's it.
yeah,
And part of the,
Tommy's here, he's my contractor.
okay. I'm James.
James, I'm like, great.
How are you? I think I emailed you or Tom
Yeah.
on something.
Yeah, well, both of us.
Answered your question.
Yeah.
So Matt, we received the NOI.
We did on Monday. Yep. And I've been in contact with Jack about just a few other things that we needed, but it looks really good, and I'm hopeful that it'll be on the April 12th agenda. I just put it on the agenda for today in case any of the other commissioners had any questions as to what's going on. Basically, we discovered an intermittent stream on the left side of the property after work had begun. And in the hope of, because we knew the NOI was going to take a while, there was a big pile of dirt. They did put up an erosion control barrier once James asked. But with the month and the snow and the rain coming, it was possible that the dirt would have gone past the erosion control barrier into the stream. So we had them push the dirt back into the hole, and we allowed carpentry work on the second level that they already put in because it had no impact on the wetlands, and they stopped all heavy machinery use after they pushed the dirt in to help stabilize the ground and make it so it's less likely that sediment would run into the stream. So it all looks
Yeah.
good right now. They were very cooperative.
Go on site and meet with your contractor or with you?
Sure.
No, Matt, or,
Matt Tom out of the site. Yeah,
Okay.
I did
and I
was that
was,
today?
no, this was,
Last week. 2 weeks ago.
last Thursday, I believe, or yeah, last Thursday.
Last Thursday, sorry.
yeah, so the site contractor, I was told about it, drove by, saw it, I was like, ugh. I asked the contractor to put up silt fence.
Okay.
And then we noticed the stream and we asked if we could get onto the property and measure it. And it was within the 100 feet. Now it's a seasonal stream. It's something that would have been tough to see after this
Yeah.
warm summer or dry summer.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually did go through building back in November. And it's just something that unfortunately got missed because of the drought, and the stream just wasn't readily apparent at the time.
It got that got part of the site survey got missed, but Jessica's comments on the building permit and the, planning board, permit was that siltation fence was to be put up prior
Right.
to construction, and it never was. Now, you know, it's, in hindsight, it is what it is, but, that got missed somehow, some way. And I don't know, you know, we'll have to discuss it later about how we move forward with stuff like that, but, you did the form, the NOI, it's been submitted.
Right.
It's officially on the agenda for
So,
the 12th.
Not officially, but it will be, yes.
Okay,
I haven't
so
submitted the legal ad to Groton Herald or anything yet, but I will momentarily.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to add?
I mean, the silt fence was, the first I heard of it was when we missed it. If it was in the planning board meeting, then that's on me, but I don't recall any talk about that. I recall, you know, when I was away, when I got all these emails, and we hadn't picked up a building permit, but I did email Eric, asked if we'd start. He said we could start. If I picked up the permit before I started, I would have saw the note. And that's the reason why it got missed. That was the first time that I heard of it. So, like I said, if there was any planning review documentation, then it's completely on me, but if it was on that building card, like I said, nobody had reached out to me and said, we need to show fence before you start. Because there was no worry about any wetlands or work within 100-foot buffer zone.
Right.
So there wouldn't have been any need for a silt fence or,
Well, one of the things also that we noticed during our meeting, when it was, because it gets referred to us from planning board. It might not be on our radar, but it's referred to us and we have to discuss it. Was, when you did your building permit, one of the questions was, is there wetlands on the property? And it was answered no, but there actually was.
right, but it wasn't on the property. It wasn't on the property in question. So there was no wetlands on that property, it was on the adjacent property.
Either way,
Either way, it wasn't
you're
there.
doing the paperwork, it,
Right, how am I
Sucks
supposed
to
to know it's there if it's not there?
you
Yeah,
know, you have
so
something
maybe that's
engineered,
not, that's
because
the,
you're doing work on
I'm
both sides
going
of
to
the
address
house.
it now, because you're saying that I might have to address this at this 12th meeting too, so I'd just like to get
yeah,
ahead of what I'm gonna be asked for now. Like, if you know I'm gonna be asked these questions, I'd like to be prepared.
yeah.
I
So the
don't,
stream is not on your property.
It's not on our property,
Okay, so you
it's
answered
not
that.
my property, you know, I'm my son and it's Janice Cooper's property.
Okay,
My son and his fiance are buying the house from Janice down the road. This in-law dwelling is for Janice. So I'm the dad doing construction for my son. So, but I mean, I've
Okay.
done plenty of work, plenty of permits, wetlands, historic, very well versed. And the
so,
question was pertaining
On
to
the
our
neighbor.
property. Right,
okay.
Yeah.
That-
so I mean,
that
the
makes
building
sense. Thank you
permit,
for explaining it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Maybe, yeah, if it's not on the property,
But either way,
it's
You do.
within 100 feet, so
it's
and they're doing
95
the,
feet, I think, if I'm correct.
it's 95 feet.
it's like 90, yeah, it's 90.
The edge of the in-law apartment is about 90 feet, yeah.
50 foot
The dirt
buffer.
pile was closer.
Yeah,
The dirt pile was 64,
right.
so either way,
They moved that out of
the
the 100
contractor
feet.
They
graded
did
it
move
off,
that out, yep.
got it packed down,
Okay.
so it's not gonna,
Yeah,
go
so yeah, at the
so-
next meeting, you probably just need to show, even if it's off, that it's
Will that be in
93
the
feet.
NOI that?
In the NOI,
Gillis
yeah.
and Roy just put together, because
Yeah.
if they updated it, then they'll show it.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see.
Jack
it.
knows, he's done all these.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did the plan for my
Right,
house, so
right.
he knows how to do them.
No, I realize he sent me what he did, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's delineated on
Yeah.
on what he proposed, or what he submitted.
It is.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I think we're gonna look for is some sort of remediation plan, just within that 100-foot buffer of what what it's going to look like after you're all said and done.
Sure.
Stabilization, whatever.
Yeah, agreed.
And it's a standard.
Yeah, no, I would say that's standard
Yeah.
procedure, whether they
Yeah.
want.
Other than that, it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
It was just a simple mistake.
Right.
And I appreciate, you guys putting it to silt fence, but
Yeah, no, definitely. Like you said, we're trying to do it the right way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gone this far, especially with an in-law.
Well, it's nice that you came in.
No, I appreciate you taking the
Yeah.
time to speak with me and get ahead of it now.
Does anyone else have anything? Pat?
No,
No,
Yeah?
All right.
I'm
I know
good.
you can't say anything.
I'm the one that did it for you.
I know, I kind of gathered that when you came in quietly.
Thank you for joining us and
Thank
sitting
you,
through
guys. I
our.
appreciate it.
Okay.
And,
Thank you for coming in, Mike.
Thanks.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you, guys.
see you later.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Kevin, do you just mind announcing the time you came in?
Kevin Smith, president at 7:25.
Thank you.
I don't have anything to add, I think it was just an honest mistake, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of times contractors want to get going, and if they don't pick up the permit, they don't see the notes.
Right.
Yeah, maybe there's a better way to let people know moving forward. If they don't look at that before they start work.
Right,
Yeah.
but how?
Yeah.
Without,
They didn't file, they didn't have to file with us, right? Is that what was said?
not originally.
Not originally.
They do, but not originally. Somehow that's where it fell through the cracks.
Well, Jessica reviewed it, and there was nothing on Mass Mapper, there was nothing visible in
So she would
Right.
go out there and look,
she did.
but she didn't see the wetland.
Dry.
It was dry.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
vegetation is there.
It's mostly mountain laurel.
So why are we saying it's a wetland?
I don't know.
Aren't
Because
vegetation?
you can see the
It's not
stream
just
mark.
the-
The stream. Oh. The volume just went out for me.
You there, Matt?
Yep, I can hear you. I can hear you guys now. Okay.
So if a wetland has, if it's a stream, it's going to have some wetland vegetation. I mean, I didn't look at this. I went there and I couldn't find it.
Well,
It could be a combination of
you
things,
could-
because it could
You
also.
gotta look real close, Linda, to go down in there to see it. Really, I mean, I'm out of it because my son did the jobs. but
Right.
We're working next door, so I actually stopped and looked from the road. It was tough to see it. You know, it's an honest mistake from Stan's
Yeah.
part, I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
I mean, if you went down,
No, I'm seeing more than
probably
the-
hybrid,
I
probably
think the
hybrid
mistake
soil.
is more on our side, not on their side. I'm saying the mistake is more on our side, where we
I
didn't
don't
see it
think
when it's going.
honest mistake on Stan's part, Justice's part, you know, I mean, it's just, it's one of those that you don't happen too often, but, you know, since that, we had a lot of rain.
Yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden all of a sudden you became visible in there.
So what I'm saying is maybe it's not a stream, if there were no vegetative wetlands, if there was.
They went out and delineated it, so they confirmed that it was a stream.
Okay, so it is a
It
stream.
runs across.
Yep, Stan Dillis.
Runs across from the
Dillis and
other
Roy,
side.
I mean.
All right. Well, I said my piece. I'm done.
Sure you don't want to stay?
No, I don't need to argue this kind of stuff. So,
No, I don't think there was an argument.
No.
no, I mean, argue the point that, well, what am I trying to say? So when wetlands are, you know, when there, these kind of things keep happening, it's like, you know, for me, you know, we have to, you know, the staff or us need to do a better job, and I'm including that. I didn't even get to go look at it, so. You know, I'm guilty.
That one was fast and hard.
I know, I remember you telling me about it.
because there was snow coming in and,
Yeah. Yeah,
but we also knew it was gonna have to come in front of us.
yeah,
And it's not even close to as bad as the other thing going on.
yeah. So it just takes, someone with a sharp eye to see what's going on. You know who has a sharp eye for that?
Yeah,
Linda, is that an extra copy?
Of the agenda?
Thank you.
Matt, thank you for being on top of that. I know you came in and rearranged hours with that.
No problem at all. I'm just glad it ended up working out.
Yeah.
Because it was a crappy situation for both parties, obviously, but
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to work through it.
Yeah, those words like, should I get my lawyer involved? Used.
Really? By the app? Oh, no.
I almost said something bad, but
No, I don't want to go there.
No,
It's friendly.
yes, that's what it was. So chair report, only thing I have for my chair report is, the 75 Pierce Road and, requesting for silt fence to be put up to the to requesting the site contractor to put up silt fence around the property. Prior to a snowstorm we had 2 weeks ago, which he did part of it before the snowstorm, the rest of it after. Review and approve the meeting minutes from 2/8. Matt, there was something I had.
Okay.
It was at the end of 6. Yeah, so agents report, right at the end, it says, JC says that JG should follow up with the planning board since Campbell Farm was a major stormwater project and they are the managing authority.
Mm-hmm.
I recall that being said to me, especially because Jessica is the stormwater agent. But I also know she was just about ready to leave.
I believe she said she is typically in charge of minor stormwater permits, and the planning board is in charge of major stormwater permits. I mean, I believe that's what she said at the meeting itself, but maybe she just meant for this one project because it was started before she became the stormwater authority.
Well, the way it's worded, I feel like I had an action item that I did not know about nor do.
Okay. So I can word that. I can either get rid of that or word it differently, if you want me to.
Whatever is said on YouTube, I guess, or the summary of it.
Okay.
But I guess to follow up with that, check with Beth to see where they're at with that.
Yeah, I can check with Beth, no problem.
Because you share an office.
Yep.
I'm sure you'd like to see that paved.
It's not supposed to be. Or,
Supposed to be. Has it been?
what are you referring to? You referring to
Campbell
the
Farm.
common driveway there?
Yeah.
No, it's not paved. It was done until late in the year.
Hasn't been paid yet. I'm talking the road.
Not done, but I'm sure they'll probably do it. Right, yes.
They already have houses on it.
Huh?
They already have houses on it.
I know when we do, we had a project. that
All that's done.
required it, and, we went ahead and paved it ahead, but that's just us.
You follow
Yeah, but I'm not,
stormwater
yeah, but
plans.
I don't know that, I'm not sure that it was, that we had to have it paved prior to I mean, if you build houses in the fall and the winter time, you really can't stop a closing because the driveways are paved or the thing isn't done because of weather conditions. And, that's what usually there's a bond set or something for, a driveway to be paved or common drive or whatever that is. In our case, we get the site ahead of time and we just binded everything, and then the pavement was down, and then when we finished the houses, the weather still permitted, we went in and put the finish on. But there's still one down there on that particular job, I've only got the binder. The house isn't built, we're actually just doing it now.
Right. Well,
But that's it. How we operate, how some other people operate, I did not know that. I did not know that they had to be paid before you could.
usually you do, but either way, I just,
Yeah, I don't.
it's
I
exposed.
guess it's how planning board said it, did they put a bond number together for the pavement? I mean, we've had to do that in the past. Not here in town, we've had to do it.
That was the only thing I had to add, Matt.
We've got signed, we had our stormwater signed off, but we had all the site grading done, and we were down just to the individual lot.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
James, do you want me to send you like the portion of the YouTube video where I was referencing that and then see for yourself where I got that from? Would that be okay?
I trust your judgment, Matt.
Okay. I'll double check just to make sure.
Don't remember any conditions, Matt, when, you have to have the pavement in. I know we did it, we generally do it anyway, but we try to do the heavy site and get all the binder down, but.
Well, Warren Road?
On Warren, because that would have been a very similar situation. But it was a similar situation as far as length and probably the number of houses. I don't know what they had in there. There was only 3 down there, but I know you've been on a couple of times.
Sniffing in the wrong
Did your
area.
inspections. I know we had, I don't know whether conservation Jessica was here, employed by the town at the time. I think you were too. Did she have to approve something? Because it was planning board that oversees stormwater management. At least I thought.
At Campbell Farm?
No, it's Devin's going on a tangent.
Another job that we were doing.
Oh,
Trying to, I don't know, we can,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
where it should be right now. So does anyone else have anything to add or comment on the meetings from February 8th? Second. Just roll call vote, please. James Gates, yes? So just say. Matt, agents report?
Okay, yep. So there were no building permits, BOH interdepartmental signatures, or completed approvals, or any referrals done over the last 2 weeks. For applications, an NOI was submitted for 75 Pierce Road on March 20th. This is for work done on an addition to a single-family home within 100 feet of an intermittent stream. This will be on the April 12th agenda. Miscellaneous, the enforcement order at 158 Main Street is ongoing. They did get the check dams in today, which is good. That's progress. The intermittent stream was discovered at 75 Pierce Road after work had begun. Work is stopped until an OC is issued. The NOI hearing is planned for the 412 meeting. Potential wetland violations came to our attention at 127 Main Street and 96 Fitchburg Road. Letters were sent to property owners on March 10th requesting permission to access their properties to determine if remedial actions or permits are required. The property owner at 127 Main got back to me over the phone, and we have a site visit planned for 11 on Monday, this upcoming Monday. If any of you would like to join, me and Jessica will be going on that. I haven't heard word from 96 Fitchburg Road yet. If they don't get back to me within the next week or so, I'll send them another letter, this time certified safe or certified return receipt, to make sure that they got it. There was another potential wetland violation at the parcel across from 206 South Row Road. Eric Chartrand is looking into the situation and is planning to send a violation letter to property owner. This parcel, it potentially is the one that Westcon won the superseding order of conditions at. Apparently a stone wall was damaged. So Eric is sending them a violation letter, and I will follow back with him to see if there's any updates on that. But he is aware of the situation, and I asked him to keep me in the loop. Sorry.
Is that within our jurisdiction for 206 South Row?
The
Or is
parcel,
No.
the parcel across from 206 South Road has a lot of wetlands, so yes, it would be in our jurisdiction.
Okay, but I'm saying that the area that was disturbed, is it within 100 feet of a wetland?
I believe so.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. James LeQueer's volunteer response form is still on file. So a letter was sent on March 13th asking Mr. LeQueer if he was still interested in serving on the commission. I haven't heard word back yet. And then Anne let me know of a potential dumping of trash on conservation land off of Route 13 at the sand pits. Were you able to determine where exactly that was, Anne, or have like a rough address that I could go and check out on Friday?
I'll have to, is it behind my house? Because like the sand pits near me, and there's always couches and trash
It's
and
probably
beer cans. and
Yes, it's
all
probably
that
down your
stuff.
way. A friend of mine walks her dog down. there.
Yeah, we walk ours.
Yeah, and she was the one who brought it to my attention, so it's the same place.
Okay.
Is that
See,
the
last year I didn't realize at the time because I knew the state bought it and I wasn't sure.
wildlife, right? Fisheries and Wildlife Board?
It could be, I
Yeah,
don't
they have
really,
a sign there, it says,
I
yeah.
don't
This is
really.
where-
Elm Circle?
yeah,
Yes,
Well,
yes,
it's where
behind.
Thorpe used to live,
Hey,
that,
Matt,
Right.
you said 11 o'clock on Monday?
yes.
Yeah, for 127 Main Street. Yep.
Thank you. Sorry,
I'm sorry, what
Yep.
street was that?
23 Main Street.
Okay.
127.
I'm sorry, 27.
But either way,
Yeah, 127.
so
Yeah, there's always
This is
stuff
all-
in there. I wasn't sure who to
So
report that.
is it within the wetlands, near the wetlands? Is that what why we're talking about it?
No, it's just because of the dumping that's going on there and the things that are,
Well, there's turtles that lay eggs and stuff through there.
that's what we talked about that.
So I would recommend that, Woody, if you want, and call Fisheries and Wildlife and tell them there's been dumping on their property. And
okay.
they'll usually come and pick it up.
Oh, that's a good idea.
yeah.
I guess, can you find out if there's any mass wildlife signs or? if it's
Yeah,
theirs,
there is one.
or If it's the same place you're thinking of, though, I don't know.
But that's all their
All
land.
kinds of
I know
signs.
where it is.
Yeah,
There's all kinds of signs.
Yeah.
I've never been there. I'm.
Oh,
going-
you're just going by what somebody
But
said.
yeah, and the pictures that she sent photos
Yeah.
to me. So that's what I was going by.
Yeah.
But Elm Circle, that was just mentioned.
Yeah,
It's.
Well, I'm on Pheasant Ridge and the sand pit is behind me.
yeah.
So, you know, when you walk down in,
There
Yeah.
are signs there, you said?
there's signs all around that, because a lot of people were going in off my street and there was a cutout area, they go behind Sullivan's. And, the dirt bikes and everything, and they finally put a gate up at the second gate, because they destroyed the first one. And, because no motor vehicles were supposed to be in there, but, you know, it's,
What are the signs? Does it say who owns the land? Are
Yeah,
the
it's
National Heritage signs?
No,
well, National
fisheries-
Heritage.
yeah,
doesn't own land.
Yeah, they don't own that, but Fisheries and Wildlife, they all,
Fisheries and Wildlife.
they do
excuse
have
me.
it everywhere, and they've been putting up these signs, they're literally everywhere in town if they have land,
No, yeah.
pretty much, right?
And
And
they
then,
mark
and then
the
property line, so you see these little yellow triangles, and you'll see
Right.
it says Fisher's and Wildlife. That's what.
They were talking about putting cameras up, but I don't know if that was.
So, yeah,
So.
so depending on where
Matt,
it
do
is.
you have a contact at Mass Wildlife that you can talk to and
But if we don't know where it
Rolodex.
is, you don't know where it is.
Yeah, I would like to go out there myself and look exactly where it is first. But yeah, I'm sure there's someone at Fish and Wildlife I can tell
I
or
have
get in
a
touch with.
Patricia Huckabee, I
Huckabee.
think, yeah.
Huckabee, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I talked to last time when she came
Oh,
up,
okay.
at my property and all the different signs and. So, that's who I dealt with.
Okay. Then do you mind, Pat, if I get in touch with you after the meeting then, just about, if you have their contact info or maybe I can go out to your house sometime and just see, where the trash is?
Can go ahead and meet.
Matt,
Yeah.
I think it's Ann that's, her friend, Ann's friend is the one who saw the pile.
Mhm.
Right. It was at the sand pits though, right? That are behind Pat's house. Did I hear that correctly?
I
They're
think
out-
she's seeing it at a different entrance.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of ways to get in there.
Yeah, but I
can you
think.
save it and then we might be able to pull up the location. We could also do it after if we want to keep going.
Yeah. What I wanted to say, on the site inspection on Monday,
Mhm.
if you bring the plans from when the house was built, because it shows where the wetlands are, that would be helpful.
Absolutely. I was planning on it.
I know, I could go. I
Good call.
realize it.
Good call.
That's why I'm saying bring the plans. Because it's terrible. People are like, is this a
Thank
wetland?
you.
Is that a
Well,
wetland?
Linda, thank you for reviewing the plans and that, and for pulling them out. It was on the plan.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah. So another sharp eye. Like- Oh, gosh, I hire her.
Why? She just called and volunteered.
It's free, okay.
We can look at it after.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can also talk to Matt or try to get maybe reach out to your friends.
Okay.
And then that way I'm not trying to figure out your phone. Matt, do you have anything else you'd like to add, or does anyone have any comments or questions regarding the
No, thanks for
agent
sending
report?
all those letters, because Matt came in on what was it, a Wednesday that I stopped in? And-
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
right.
that Thursday, I think, right? That I went out to about 75 Pierce, yeah.
And 127 Main.
Yep.
So, thanks for doing that, Matt.
No problem.
And you said Jessica will be joining us on Monday?
Yes. Oh, that's some news I should share. So she is coming back only remotely to start because I think she's still figuring out daycare situations, but she will be coming back remotely starting next Monday.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
Mhm.
She didn't take much time off.
Mm,
No.
February. Already been 2 months.
Yeah, it's going to be 6 weeks this Friday, I think.
It's only 6 months.
yeah.
6 weeks rather.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. Moving on, mandatory referral notice from planning board regarding revised site plan at 22 Main Street. This is for the vet's office that's next to McDonald's.
Mhm.
There's no wetlands on the property, right, Matt?
There isn't. The Squanicook River is behind there, though, and there are wetlands like somewhat near. Jessica had the comment to give them the comment. 1 second. That they confirm that they check the back of their property for wetlands and streams within 100 feet of the back property line, because there seems to be a wetland with a hydrologic connection about 120 feet from the back property line. So it is out of our jurisdiction, but just something to keep in mind, obviously, because Mass Mapper can be off by quite a bit sometimes. So
So, but
It's way off down in there, because we did the site for the Patriot, which was the site to the immediate right of
Mhm.
Mhm.
that road. And that wet's way, way down in the back. I
Okay.
can't imagine be anywhere near that.
I
What are
haven't
they, just a septic repair?
So, the river is over 200 feet away, is that what you said?
Yes. Yeah. From the back property line, it's about, I think,
Wetlands,
around
you think-
300, if I remember correctly.
And the wetlands are about 125 feet away?
Yeah, there's the end of the hydrologic connection was about 125 feet from the back property line.
This was, Jessica got this off of a map.
We were looking at Mass Mapper, correct? So that's why, I mean, I haven't been out there, so I'm not sure. Kevin said the wetlands are way out there.
Yeah,
But I'm just going off what I saw on the maps.
should definitely do our due diligence and just go out and look, right?
I
I
agree.
think that's probably best practice.
I know, I mean, how long does it take? Take a walk out there?
Well, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back, 10 minutes on site.
Yep. Well, I mean, what it does is,
I agree
I'm
with you.
just saying, it helps to not have down the road a violation and then we get into these crazy things we have to do. So
I agree.
a little bit of 20 minutes, half hour, it could save you a lot of effort down the road.
You can jump down in and out of there real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I will try to make sure to get out there then.
In fact, right, probably the last parking spot in McDonald's parking lot, and cut right through there and be at the back property line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good idea.
yeah.
Mhm. So what do we want our comments to reflect?
That we'll be checking on, possible wetlands within the,
Agent to confirm
Yeah,
on-site
possible.
conditions.
yeah, if there's a wetland within the 100 feet.
Yeah, that sounds like a good comment.
Should we say something like do they need to get the final? Do they need to know that we went and looked and we decided it's outside?
Yeah, that's something I can, talk to Beth about and keep her in the loop.
So
Yeah,
does
so-
it need to come to us again before we, or can,
Right, or can we just
Matt
say,
or Jessica?
we'll let you know, what our findings are?
Well, I know what you're gonna say, can Matt or Jessica, or does it have to come back here to us again?
Yeah, it shouldn't come back to us.
No,
Just as a note, we'll communicate with you if we find anything that's within 100 feet of a wetland, something like that.
Okay.
So fields are in, someone help me here, please.
well,
Because I already
communicate
forgot.
with the agent,
Agent to field verify.
yep.
They'll notify if there's an issue.
Perfect.
We need a vote on this or we?
I don't think so. Is that the house that used to be the clock repair or something?
No, that was where they were eyeing for the food truck.
Oh, okay.
This one's the vets. It's
between Dunkin' Donuts. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Patriot.
Pizza and McDonald's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just one little lot there.
There's a new vet coming into town.
No, she's
She's
been
been
here.
No, she was in the center of town before.
Oh, that's
Friends or
lovely.
something.
Yeah.
What was it called? Friends and Family or something like that? or-
Okay,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
all right.
That's in the folder, man.
Thank you, James.
3.2 proposed changes to wetland regulations. And Matt, can you just, I guess, give us a synopsis on what you added, changed, or just copied from?
So you all had mentioned how you liked Groton's plan requirements. So basically what I did was I took Groton's and I took Townsend's and I merged them together, and kind of the ones that were redundant that were in both, I picked the one that was worded the best in my opinion. And then I changed, so some of course in Groton's plan requirements, they reference their Townsend wetland bylaw, and I just changed that to the correct Townsend wetland bylaw reference.
And
And I added, like, for instance, I added 35-foot buffer zone boundary lines to they only ask for 50 and 100. So just minor edits like that.
so they were asking for 50, to put on the plans, a 50-foot buffer and a 100-foot buffer line. Is that right?
Yep. And then I added to that the 35-foot buffer.
So
Line.
we have 3 then that we asked
Yeah.
them to put. Okay, good.
That's typically what we've done. I lost audio again. Sorry. What was Kevin saying?
Has the 35-foot always been in our regulations as part of the plan?
It has been in the regulations for as long as I can remember, or since I've been here. Yes.
So we're not adding anything new. It's just, did we always have 50 feet? And 100 feet?
Yes, that's pretty standard. And of course, these are things that we can waive depending on the situation. If it's just a simple RDA or something like that. But from what I have found on NOIs that we've had, we've asked applicants to put a 35-foot, a 50-foot, and a 100-foot buffer.
All right. So no change there. Good.
And this is something too that I know Jessica has a lot of, little minor changes she wants to make to the grammar and the phrasing of the regulation. So I figured this would be good to do all together at a future meeting. Put out a legal notice and just change this all at once.
Yeah.
Is that the way to go about this?
Yeah. It's just.
Yeah, it's just like a public hearing, like an NOI. You just need to put a legal notice out 5 days in advance.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well, there's nothing that'll make anybody go crazy in town that we're changing.
I don't think so, but you never know.
That's how you get people to town meetings. Just say something about 35 foot.
You know, I know.
You'll have both sides.
Yep.
Thank you, Matt, for doing that.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, of course.
I know Kevin's been absent, but just trying to make it easier for people to do the forms, because I
know what
can't
to
do
put.
them.
And to know what to put on the plan.
All right, so when Jessica gets back, you guys will.
Tackle that, huh?
Yep, we'll communicate about how we want to do that.
That's fine.
So it'll be on a later meeting, I'm sure.
Okay, that's fine. So next is correspondence. Updated DCR's cutting plan for Gilcrest Road.
Where is it? Where is this? On Bill Christie, you know?
Let's see,
I don't even know where Gilchrist is. Where is that road?
off the South Road.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yes, okay.
Do what I usually do. Taking a total of 70, a little over 70,000 board feet. Almost all white pine, some red and black oak.
On the left-hand side, the axis is on the left. I know where it is now.
Harvest to occur between October 15th, March 15th, existing skid roads and crossing locations. ACEC recommends using portable bridges to cross resource areas reviewed under snow-covered conditions. I don't know, Matt, we talked about these,
This is one we've seen before. It just had the update with the forester comments, basically.
me. Okay. Does anyone have questions, comments?
Can I just go? Sure. I always love these things.
Do you mind if I move on?
Go ahead, move on, yeah.
4.2 Division of Ecological Restoration accepting culvert replacement municipal assistance grants until 3/31.
Just wonder if the town knew about that.
What?
Wonder if the town knew about that. The highway department.
I was thinking
They
the
did.
same thing.
They did? Okay.
Yep.
Do you know if they're going to apply for any?
That I'm not sure about, but I know other departments knew about this, so I can ask around and see if anyone is applying.
Well, all you have to do is just call Jim Smith.
True. It's a good idea.
So individual awards have ranged from 25,000 to 400,000 for a single stream crossing replacements.
That one right down on
Greenville.
Chowders.
Oh, yeah. The one on Barker.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bridge, so that's not gonna come under it, but this is for culverts.
Yeah, the one in right on Barker Hill, that's undersized.
Yeah,
That floods.
I know.
Oh. Do you want to bring it up to your nephew, or do you want me to call him?
No, but
Oh.
my nephew, you call him. Mention it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Lowell Backer, Lowell Meeting House. Two that I can think of that are real bad.
Matt, I can reach out to Jim and let him know about it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, this definitely would be a good opportunity.
Mhm. So here, there's it's really cool. This is Jarvala land, which I remember. And there's a huge, there used to be a huge, great blue heron nesting site right here.
Way down.
We do. Huge, but it's Jarvala land.
Hmm.
And, yeah.
Is it on there or is it off that piece? Are they showing it, are they showing
Yeah,
that
they're showing
rookery?
it,
The rookery?
no, they're not saying where the rookery is. They're just saying the Jarvala land, which I remember working with them because they had the
Yeah,
great blue heron stuff going on and, oh. But it doesn't say Jim Jarvala. It must be his son. Yeah, Jacob and his son. I think Jim's still around.
All right, so I'll reach out to the road agent and about the culvert. Matt, I'm gonna take that with me.
Okay, thank you, James.
Then a list of grant opportunities provided by the Narrow Circuit Court Ride or Circuit Rider. So Kohler Replacement Municipal Assistance Grant, which we just talked about. Coastal Resilience Grant Program, which I don't think that would apply to us. Municipal Vulnerability Preparedness Action Grants, which I think that we've done. Parks and Conservation Grants. Loans for dam and seawall repair and removal, landscape partnership grants. Small communities, conservation grants and environmental justice grants.
Hey, maybe we can get a grant to put the dam back up down there at Adams's Dam. We can dig that out, make that swimming hole again.
Oh, yeah,
Right. Kids.
was it?
Oh, Jim
We
talks
used to
about
jump-
that.
We used to jump off the trestle. We
Really?
used to jump off that trestle.
Oh, my God.
That's a long way to the water. That's a deep.
Wow. It'd be nice to have a swimming place in town, wouldn't it?
Black Rock. You know, what's those
Yeah,
down
Black
there?
Rock.
I haven't been down there for a long time. It was mudded in.
I don't know. I know the
10,
one in,
15 years ago.
Upper Koozies, you know, when you go down that in Groton, West Groton, that's nice.
Oh, something's awesome.
But it's hard to find good places to swim.
Used to be all the most.
I remember
Bridges.
Carolyn Sellers she put forth a permit, the state was gonna pay part of it to dredge that out, so we could have that be a swimming pond. And it's selectmen's, you know.
There was a lot of nice natural West Towns and
Yeah. Anyway,
we had kids who used to jump off the West Townsend Bridge.
you're kidding.
Come up on the granite, jumped down in there. It was deep. Father cleaned it up. Now it's all
Yeah,
silted back in.
right.
They had dug it all. My father dug that all in the 60s.
Yeah, story time.
Moving on. 4.4 updated BBW delineation handbook, updated field data sheets, and updated inland wetland replacement guidelines provided by Mass DEP. Matt, is this something that you have a physical copy of, or?
Yeah, so my plan was to print these things out and just start bringing them with us on site visits because they're things that can help us out, I'm sure. I skimmed through it a little bit, and it looks like it has some really interesting stuff and useful stuff.
Interesting to have.
Good to have.
We have the manual in the office, right?
hmm
That's probably something we should bring with us moving forward. Okay. Army Corps of Engineers proposed to revise Mass General permits.
That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. What's that about?
Matt, do you have a synopsis of that?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just pull it up here. So basically, they want to replace the statewide general permits with a revised one that requests that the Massachusetts DEP issue a water quality certification for the Mass General permits in accordance with Section 401 of the Federal Clean Water Act. So it's basically a way that they want to make sure that applicants for a federal license or permit seeking to conduct an activity that may result in a discharge of pollutant into waters of the U.S. and Massachusetts to obtain a water quality certification from the appropriate state agency. So they just want to double check and make sure that, people aren't polluting the waters, basically. It seems like that is the edits they want to make.
I'm trying to, how does this work? Like if somebody files a notice of intent, there'll be something there that says you have to have done a test to make sure the water quality or something?
It seems like it would be the responsibility of the state. But yeah, it seems like that would be what they would be enforcing, or for any Massachusetts general permit that involves water.
And that's not just drinking water, that's surface water and.
I would imagine.
I believe so.
Yeah, just discharge. So that's surface, subsurface.
Yep.
Right.
There you go.
4.6, resignation letter from Joan Savoy. Got a notice from Kathy Spofford here. The letter reads, I'm resigning from the Townsend Conservation Commission effective immediately. Thank you, and best, Joan Savoy.
That's a bummer. Well, since she's not here to tell her how much you appreciate all she's done, maybe I'll make a motion that the Conservation Commission sends her a letter to thank her for the service on the Conservation Commission.
Absolutely. I already,
You want to?
No, I told you.
I
Yeah.
motioned that you sent one to Linda too.
No, well.
Yep. I already sent Joan an email, but I'd be happy to send a letter.
Yeah. The other thing is she did that grant. She's, what's gonna happen with that?
Yep. So she's going to be in contact with me about, taking that over. Because we got to put that RDA on the agenda pretty soon.
Right. That's too bad. She's done a lot for the town and the commission. Yeah.
And there's also the did you know thing that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we dragged it out forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to figure out a way
a
to
way to.
communicate with the public,
Yeah.
in any efficient and effective manner.
Yeah, it's a huge one.
Education and conferences, ACC always has classes.
Yep.
Items for discussion at the next meeting, we have 158 Main Street.
So are you guys gonna have a hard time getting forms? Looks like it.
The good news is we only need 3 people to have a quorum, I guess, starting
Okay.
next meeting. So that's something.
Good.
Because we'll have 5 members
Yeah.
or commissioners.
And
But-
so tonight you only needed 4 because there's only 6 commissioners right now. Okay. Yeah.
Matt, you'll follow up on, what is it, 206 South Row or whatever?
Oh, yep, I will. Yeah, I'm going to check in with Eric on Friday, or if he's in on Friday. But
So do you
Yep,
think you
I'm gonna
should
stay
go
on top of
look-
that.
Yeah, do you think you should go look and if there is, work within 100 feet, that a letter should go out right away?
I do, yeah. And I want to get in touch with Adam as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a letter's being too nice at this point.
Oh, really? Okay.
They know,
They should know better than, yeah. If it is them, I mean, it's not confirmed or anything yet. We don't know who did this, but
Well, they dug it was for the test holes, whoever dug the test holes. I saw them come out of the woods there, but the wetlands flags were way down low. Because I got a phone call, they thought it was me.
oh.
It wasn't
Gotta
from,
be Kevin Smith.
no, because we were working there not too far away.
Yeah.
And I said, no, and they said, well, I thought they dragged a bunch of mud out on the road. I think they went to a fall or something. And, but the wetlands are clearly marked down below.
Yeah.
It looked to me like they were well above that.
Oh, you don't think you're in there?
Well, if Matt goes up, if Matt goes out and walks in where they came out.
and you also have the
then he'll be
site,
able to
you have the site plans.
See where they dug the test holes, Matt, and you could check from the
Yeah.
test holes.
I'll have to go out there.
If you walk in, you'll see where they dug them, and there they'd be flagged. You can.
Okay.
just- Yeah, but it looks like it's quite a distance to the wetlands flag, and that I could see down the road, we're
Okay. Sounds good.
working down
Yeah.
the road, should say.
So we got 158 Main, 206 South Row, 127 Main Street, and 96 Fitchburg Road.
And 75 Pierce NOI as well.
Well, that's a given.
Yep.
I'd like to, can't thank Joan because she isn't here, but I'd like to thank Linda for her service and time that she spent with us, and appreciate you sharing your knowledge and experience and insight on everything.
It was fun to be back for a little bit. And-
Thank you, Linda.
Yeah,
Appreciate all the hard work.
yeah, thanks. I mean, I feel like I didn't.
Gonna miss having you.
Yeah. But, if, if there's anything, you have questions, I can help them. We're
Alternate.
just a phone call away.
So Linda's going to be joining the
The endowment, for the Townsend Historical Society, the endowment campaign. So that'll be
Awesome.
fun. Yeah,
That's a good opportunity.
and I'm on the, rail trail.
You didn't burn you out too quickly.
No, not at all, not at all.
All right.
Yeah, good.
But next meeting is April 12th, 2023 at 7 PM. For Select Chamber, second floor. This meeting will be also held virtual Zoom remote. In accordance to COVID-19 safe meeting guidelines. Motion to adjourn
I'll make
at
a motion to adjourn
8:17 PM.
at 8:17 PM.
Second.
Let's hear.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Emily, yes.
Linda Mack, yes?
James Gates, yes.
Alice, yes.
Devin Smith, yes.
Have a good night, everybody.